you ran into Pereira at the airport.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's, bro, my life is a video game, man. I've said this since I've known this for a while, but after I fought Derek Brunson in New York, I had when Joe Rogan's in the VMA, I said something about Player One. People think I'm joking about that, but I feel Player One is a title that we can all learn to, grasp, and hold the control of our own lives and learn how to play this shit like a video game. My whole avatar right now, I customize this. The way I walk, the way I talk, the way I hold myself, the way I dress. It's all my avatar. This is The Sims. You played The Sims back in the day?
Of course, dude.
Yeah, put them in the house, make them do things.
Fucking shit.
Yeah.
Make them fucking watch.
Light them on fire. What? Who would do that? Not me. But yeah, this is real life Sims. So I do the same thing in life, and I just try and play this like a video game. And then this motherfucker, he follows me to MMA, beats me in MSG, and then I finally get my revenge on him. Then he comes to Australia. He was meant to come to the boxing fight, but apparently he heard I was coming and wasn't going to show up. And I was like, I didn't care. I'm not going to be like, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then by fate or by fucking just God playing The Sims, it's like, let me put these guys in the same airport together. Let's see what happens. And then we're there at the same time. And my manager, Ash, is like, that's Pereira. And I was like, what? And I look, I was like, no way. It is him. And initially, I was going to do this. Because I was not stalking him, but I was on his tail for a while, a good 3-4 minutes. So I had the clean shot. Nah, jokes. But jokes. But then no, but I saw him and I was gonna go, hey, but I didn't do that. I was just in case. So I just kind of hey, and then his coach and his girl saw me and they started laughing, and he turns around, is it? Stone cold, no smile, no laugh. And I'm like, what's up, man? And I shook his hand and he was like, because, that's who he is.
Bro,
I've never seen him show
You haven't
emotion.
had exactly like a traditional post fight. And I want to talk about this.
This new one.
Bro, you might be the king of petty.
I'm the best. I'm the best.
You have been on some shit after that knockout. Every time I saw
Michael Jordan's right here. And I think I'm just over here. Or maybe even a notch above. I don't want to say shout out to Mike, but I think I like to believe I'm petty. Trust me, I will hold a grudge on some people. I can let go of some things. Some things I've let go of in life. Like the first time he beat me, he knocked me out. Oh no, the second time he beat me, he locked me out. I let go of that. I wasn't like, I'm going to get that back. I need to get that back. I was like, you know what? That's life. And I left kickboxing because the promotion I was working for stopped giving me fights. So I let go of that. But what his kid did to me after that fight, it irked me the wrong way. And I didn't really hold on to it, but it was sitting there. It was just in the archives. And then when the time came, I was like, let me go through the files. And, that's right. That's little, he did that shit.
every day for weeks, every GIF, every edit, every Fortnite edit. Every time I saw an Izzy post, I was like, this is going to be worse than the one before it. Okay, question.
There's a method to my madness, though.
I want to hear it.
So you have to realize, strike while the iron is hot. Say example, Puma or whoever else someone new wanna jump on the scene, jump on the style bender train. What they want to do, they're gonna ask, "What's your numbers? What's your insights?" So when this is trending.
Run it up.
Run it up. So people think, he's just posting to be petty. I'm like, yeah, a little bit, but I'm running the numbers up. And I run the numbers up, the money goes up. So now I already asked for my insights. I need your insights for the last 2 months or for the last this. Boom.
Off the
charts, yeah. And I've got people making so much fire shit. Shout out to everyone who's making edits.
The edits.
Oh, they're insane.
The cartoon
I'm not even
edits,
done.
the
I'm
Fortnite
not done.
edits.
There's still some more.
You got
in the
more?
clip. That's not on me. It's the internet. The internet's undefeated. It's what it is.
But Izzy, question. So going into 287, you have this vendetta because of how he acted post the last fight, and more so because of how his son acted post fight.
This is New York. Yep.
Right. So question: if there ever was another Pereira fight, do you worry at all about how he's gonna feel about how you acted post 287?
No, I saw him in the airport. If he had a problem with me, he'll tell me right there.
You looked pissed though. I'll be honest.
Pissed off?
He made a video, and I wasn't sure if you were.
Yeah, I was
with him.
hamming it up a little bit. I mean, it's funny. The storyline's funny that he's always chasing me.
It is funny.
So that's why I was just like, when he made his video and he turned the camera to me. I was like, oh, so I kind of hammed up a little bit. But then afterwards, we talked, went through security, took our shoes off, and then we're waiting for our bags to come through the belt. And then talked about, I was like, Jan next, yeah? Because he fought a guy that first MMA loss for me when I went up to 205. Right. And then we talked about, he kind of has the same idea. Like, we pretty much, through our limited conversation skills because of his English and my Portuguese, we kind of have the same idea of what's going to happen. But I had to let him know. I thought the same thing when I fought Jan. I thought Jan was going to attack me a little bit more, but he was patient. So I kind of let him know, just you be patient too. In more so words. I didn't want to say too much, but yeah. I feel like he can knock him out. He can knock out Jan badly because I hurt Jan. I hurt Jan really bad, and that's why Jan decided, like, in the forefront, I'm going to take him down. He went for the takedown.
Did that Pereira fight go as you had strategized it to go? And
the last one?
Yeah, and when did you have the realization about what was going to be the outcome based on his hands dropping, based on all that stuff? Like, what round was it that you made that realization?
In my head, I had probably 4 different ways that it was going to end. There was no submissions, unfortunately. It was all knockouts, But when I was going, like, okay, look, I've said this before. I feel the shower is the most honest place in the world. I go in the shower and I use it as a tool. That's why I'm waiting for my palace to get built, because I've got a shower that's like I can do laps in, because I need it to be like a simulation chamber, like a hyperbolic time chamber. You're in there with the element of water runneth over you. You're naked and you can think and do whatever you want in there. So when I'm in the shower, I run through simulations and I go through the press conference sometimes. I go through when Bruce Buffer's announcing my name. I don't mean to. It's like Tourette's. It's just visualizing. If you visualize a lot and you're able to, like, when you example, to answer your question, I didn't really have an answer, but like I just knew I was going to finish him and I knew I was going to knock him out. That's the only way. I put it on myself. I put that pressure on myself. Like, I have to knock this guy out. I have to, if I decision him, it's not the same. I have to finish this guy because I knew I can. Every time I fight him, the first time I thought I won, everyone thought I won. Second time, I was winning until he caught me in the end. Spectacular story for him. Third time in New York, okay, I'm meant to get revenge. I'm winning, dominating, and then he catches me again in the end. I'm just like, fuck, and I'm like, I know I'm better than this guy. Bro, if he fights me 5 more times and he beats me 5 times, I don't care. I just had to show I can beat him. That's all. So if it was 3-1, I'm like, yeah, I don't keep score, I settle them. And I mean that shit. It's not about keeping score. It's about settling the score. And I just wanted to prove, fuck everyone else, but to myself, I can beat this guy. I knew I can beat him, but I just wanted to prove to myself I can beat this guy.
Did it feel like you were about to climb Mount Everest? Because I had guys when I wrestled, obviously way less competitive, but like my goal in high school was to be a state champ. That's all I cared about at the time.
Yeah.
And there were a couple guys I just could not beat, dude. Yeah. And when I had to wrestle them, it rattled me a little bit beforehand. I felt like I
can't let it.
I tried to beat these guys, but I just couldn't.
Let it. Even Eugene said it best. He said we weren't going into this mindset of like, oh, we've lost to this guy, 3 times. Now we have to go a 4th time. It wasn't that. It was more like we can beat this. We're beating this guy until we just either lose focus or something goes off at the last bit, and then he gets us. So that's the mindset we went in with. And I just knew I can beat this guy. I knew in my heart I can beat this guy. So I had to. I did it in the simulation. I made it happen in the simulation. And I just knew. Every time as well, when I visualize, I go deep. I feel like, not an out-of-body experience, but I feel like I can feel the moment. I can feel the energy. I can hear the crowd. I can smell the I don't know, it's palpable, you know? The feeling is palpable.
That shower mindset.
Yeah, mindset. Exactly. I say this as well. My post-fight showers are a thing. For those who know, if you know, you know. Post-fight showers is where I go in there and also kind of just have gratitude. Same thing. You're in the Matrix, the element of water is running over you, and you just kind of like, thank you. Thank you. Okay, we got this done, and just reflect of what just happened. Took a while before I had my post-fight shower after this last one. Tootsie's. You know where Tootsie's is?
Of course. Yeah. Wait, second floor Tootsie's getting shoulder rubs?
Yeah, we also.
Bro.
Yep. Thank you.
You know I know.
Is that a bar? That's a Drake bar, right?
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, I was going to say earlier on the show, I didn't even know if you really existed during the day.
Yeah.
Because I've run into a number of times.
How many? I've seen you at his house the one time.
Probably 3, 4, and I was going to ask you about this because post.
I exist.
But post 287, Miami, one of the most electrifying nights. Like, you got it done on one of the craziest nights in UFC history. The crowd, the arena, just crazy. And post fight, you know, 11 is my home in Miami. I always go there. And I show up at 11. It's like 5:30 a.m. And I look on stage where there's usually a girl sliding down a pole, and she's there. But so is Izzy.
And 11. Oh, that's the club. Yeah, 11.
So is Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
And so is Tito Ortiz, and so is Kamaru Usman. Yeah. And the 4 guys are just going crazy with this girl sliding up and going up and down the pole. So I walk up and I say, Izzy, I brought you something, and I handed you 5 stacks of singles like this, like a brick. And I said, yo, that was a crazy fight. And I want to ask you if you remember it, but I already know the answer is no.
I don't know. Actually, I was like,
you were like, thank you, bro. Singles? Thank you. But you were roasted.
No, I don't remember. 11. I wasn't. Well, it was packed in there. There was a lot of people. Fucking, like I said, Kamaru, Michael B. Even OBJ came down from the top level, came to say what's up with some peoples, and seen the legends there as well. Yeah, it was a crazy night. Once I asked him at one point, I was like, well, you know, how long do I have to stay here till? He's like, oh, that was about 40 minutes ago. I was like, oh, let's go. Went home, couldn't sleep. It's probably around like 6 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever. Couldn't sleep. Excuse me. And then after that, stayed up, watched the fight, watched it again. Then I was up just going over some stuff with my couple of my coaches before they left. Then I was up, ate, couldn't sleep, just like. And then I think we went to Tootsie's that night, Sunday. So that was still Sunday. So Sunday morning we're at 11. Sunday night we're at Tootsie's. And then Tootsie's was fun, you know, shoulder rubs upstairs, chilling.
Yeah.
And then I just couldn't even how do I put this? I couldn't even get excited because I was just like, my life is more exciting right now. What I just did was way more exciting than what's happening in front of me with all these beautiful women and whatnot right now. Like, I was just so, like, shocked at what I did. So then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I spent in my room at the Airbnb just reflecting and also running numbers
Posting
numbers up. Bro, like, so I was in my bed. I might nap a little bit, get some Uber Eats, and I went outside each day, maybe like 20 minutes or 30 minutes just outside, smoke on the balcony. The boys watching me, chilling. But it was more just to reflect and just, again, run the numbers up. Just run the numbers up. But then, then I had a shower. I think I had it on Monday.
4 days later.
No, I had it on Monday, but still, like, yeah, it's one of those things that you just have to, like, you have to reflect. You have to kind of just like, what the, because